Hey everybody, it is Friday after work, my favorite time, absolutely favorite time. I am getting ready to play Secrets of the Lost Tomb, and I've been busily reading and watching playthroughs. Don't know if I'm quite ready to start yet or not, but I am set up. This setup is remarkably similar to Betrayal at House on the Hill with these tiles, don't you think? I think so. Anyway, I have chosen my adventurers. Let me say that the premise of this game is about like a tomb that shows up once every so many years in the Bermuda Triangle, I think. And then it disappears again, and so it's appeared now, and these guys are going to go tomb raid it. And they all belong to some sort of organization called the EOP, or the Eternal Order of Perseus, which in my reading is some sort of either shady or good and shady organization of explorers, heroes, I don't know what you call them. But anyway, the ones that I have chosen are this guy, who's Alligator McPhee. He's an Aussie, and he hunts cryptids, and he's a zoologist. He has an audacity of 4, and there's his stats: strength, dexterity, knowledge, not so much. He's a big bow hunk. And he comes with 2 machetes. Here's his 4 lives there, and he is interesting. It's got a long history for each of these guys in the book. This is Lady Rocket, and she is some sort of scientific genius and an environmentalist who got involved in rocket systems, which I think is odd for an environmentalist, but whatever. And she's not so much on strength, but she's got a lot of knowledge and a lot of movement. Okay? She moves pretty far and fast. She came with a pistol and a rocket launcher. Always good to have. She has an audacity of 3, and there's her stats. And the last one I chose is Chang Li Tao. His family has been in the EOP for centuries, and he went off to join the Navy, but then his father got called into some weird things they were investigating in the Navy, and Chang ended up leaving the Navy and teaming up with his father in the EOP to hunt out weird, creepy things that happen. He is audacity of 2. He's very he has a high dexterity, and he comes with healing salve, which I thought was kind of non-interesting for somebody with such an interesting past, but I'm sure it'll come in handy. There's all their actions, those bullets. That's how you keep track of what they each get. 4 actions. So you go through and you do an action for each of them, then another action for each of them until they're all used up, and then it's a tomb phase. I believe that's how that works. I don't know. I'll have to check it out. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, here's all the tiles that are for the tomb. All these different rooms, levels, just like in Betrayal at House on the Hill. But these all do something, usually something not very nice. And we're going to do the scenario, the pharaoh with the blue eyes. And there he is, Raz Azul Ahmet. And he's been subdued in some kind of state of, suspended animation or something for thousands of years. But now that has worn off and he's coming to life again. Wouldn't you know it, it'd just have to be in my lifetime. And so that is the scenario we're doing. Here it is. And it has all the tombs set up and the story behind it. It's the first one that they recommend, so it's easy difficulty. And I chose to just play with the green tomb cards to make it easier because I'm not stupid. Being on the first one, but there are 3 artifacts we have to get: the Staff of Ra, the Ruby Scarab, and the Cowl of Anubis. So we have to find all these at some point. And we will be fighting all kinds of hideous monsters. These guys. Yeah, they don't look fun at all. And this is just one of the scenarios. There are several. Whoops. 1 if by land, 2 if by sea. This is Kraken themed. Ooh, that one's long. And the Forsaken, which has to do with the Greek gods. And the Legend of the something Thulu, the Herald of Cthulhu. Maybe it's Cthulhu's ancestors, which is kind of mind-blowing idea. Wow, that's a really long one. Woo, real long. The Collective. I don't know what that is. Captain somebody found a strange island while sailing in the Atlantic. Exploring this island, he discovered the changelings, or so he called them. Ooh. Well. The Bane of Blackbeard. I assume that's like a piratey kind, maybe? Sounds like it. So, these are all, this is Onimyoto, the Legend of the Masamune Swords. Okay, that looks maybe like ancient Chinese. So, what this strikes me as is maybe like a smaller version of Shadows of Brimstone, which I'm all for because I don't want to get into that whole Shadows of Brimstone thing. That's pretty big. Pretty big, pretty expensive, I think. And I think it's a little more upkeep, housekeeping that I want to deal with. I think this is a little bit simplified for the battles and things. Not a lot, but a little bit. So anyway, I'm pretty excited to get started on this. I'm going to have to read a little more of the rule book, and then I'm going to get going. And me and Chang and Lady Rocket and Alligator McPhee will have an adventure, and we'll come back and tell you all about it. I hope that you get to play games this weekend. I hope you have a good Friday night, and I will see you soon. Bye.